That's good, isn't it? Sitting here chilling, chatting to people on Discord, and didn't even sort my mic out. How professional. What's going on, Blue Tomatoes? How are you, sir? Sorry, Joel. How are we? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Although I've just sort of come on here, and I think FC20 have just lost their clean sheet, which is not what I needed. Got Unastu in goal, so that's not a great look to start off with. But I'm going to take a look at it in a minute. How you doing, Joel? You okay, mate? Yeah, I thought I'd have a stream tonight. I need to do some lineup building as well. Plus, City just scored. City are playing. Are they playing Villa? Is it Villa they're playing? Tell you what, let's have a little look at what's going on. Let's transition away from my big old ugly mug into the stream. Watching my depleted Arsenal stack play. So many DMPs. Yeah, I saw that Smith Rowe started. Or was who else? Where's the other rotation? Let's have a little look at some of these games. So we've got. I want to take a look at that one. Arsenal 2-0. Yeah, already. Fenerbahce game. I wonder what he finished on. Andy 5-0, by the way. AZ 5-0 they lost. That is mental. I bet a lot of people had some AZ stacks going into this game, and then that's the City 1-0. So let's just have a little fly through here. So I had a big call to make with my lineup actually, and let me get this up. It's only one lineup that I've got going this week, this game week. So there's doing a stall and losing his clean sheet. That's fucking annoying, really, isn't it? Jordi Alba, he plays that early hours this morning, 1 a.m. along with Messi. Hoping Messi plays. I've put the armband on him. I've just gone for it. I think that he gets some minutes even if he doesn't play. Doesn't start. I think he gets like half an hour and is the greatest of all time, right? He can do some business. He can score 100 in half hour. Got Diego Rossi in there, Carlos Hill, who had an absolute stinker. Revs, I don't know what's going on with them, but Carlos Hill is, not having a good time, to say the least. But the big call that I had to make was whether to play Rossi, whether to play Van Wolfswinkel, or whether to play Proper. Because Proper was a little bit doubtful. He's only on like 65%. And then also, I knew that Wolfswinkel or our VW was going to play, but I didn't. Ideally, I wanted to play Rossi because he takes set pieces. They was at home, etc. So luckily, he scored. He come in with a 77 with my 8% XP on him, a 77.2. So I'm hoping I'm going to make the right call here. Obviously, our VW there has already scored, and then Proper's already on a 46. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they outscore him. But yes, I'm pissed off really that they've lost their clean sheet. I mean, what is it? Who even scored for Herenveen? Is it up yet? Oh, yeah, him. They're forward. That's annoying. But anyway, Arsenal 2-0 up. Odegaard in there. Havertz in there. And looks like a mistake from him and an own goal. A mistake and an own goal. I wonder if that's the same actual goal. Joel, maybe you can tell us. And then we've got Fenerbahce, so Tadic on there. Simansky's on there as well. Dzeko doing what Dzeko does. Double decisive for the old centre back there. Nice. Balotelli coming in. Look at that with an 81. 21 all round. Reason why I wanted to look at this guy is somebody that I was going to buy as a super when we was playing. When I was playing, the Cap 240 modes. I looked at this guy around here, and then since then he's done really, really well. I wonder if I would have made some profit on him. Yeah, definitely. I was picking him up for, where was it? It was about here. This is the price. I thought I could get him for 0.08, and he went up to 0.19. Yeah, he's a good scorer. Takes her set pieces as well. Wonder if he stays there next year. That'd be interesting. But yeah, otherwise that's boring. Visca and Trezeguet. Trezeguet has not stopped scoring. I see his name all the time. A lot of green scores in there, a lot of goals. Look at that. Out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, he has had 8 decisives. That's mental. Joel, you say that yeah, Emil Smith Rowe set up the own goal. Rushed across the 6-yard box and deflected in. Yeah, it's tough for defenders to defend those, isn't it? I've scored a few own goals in my time. So, and then City has come along. Let me just refresh this in case anything's happened. Rodri, again. I wonder what his scoring is actually like and what his price is. You can't see that because I'm changing it, but 0.43 is the floor right now. I mean, he's very, very good, isn't he? He's very, very good. Jesus. Very, very good. Did I tweet the... Oh, sure I did, right? Just check that. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Hopefully Unastal gets a decisive or something like that. Oh, he's just come up in score, hasn't he? A little bit. He must have had a save. A shot from inside the box. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Messi plays, you know. I'm hearing that he would. Villa scored, so that's clean sheet gone. Who scored? Was it Watkins or something? I should really have it up on my iPad or something like that, on my other Mac, and actually have it up. What's going on, Risu? What's happening, sir? Evening to you. Evening to you. Duran, yeah? Has he started? What's his name? Is it John Duran? Or have I just totally made that up? No, yeah, he is. He's got a gig up top. What, Watkins is not playing? Is he on the bench? No, he must be injured then. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I bet Luca Dean gets booked in this game. I bet he does. Already one foul. Yeah. Cheeky little side bet. Watkins injured. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so just the one lineup. See if we can scrape a tier 3, tier 4. I wouldn't mind it. A little box. Did anybody pull a player from a box, by the way? Or how did you get on the weekend? It'd be interesting to know. I'm thinking about doing some content around box opening. But what I'm probably going to need is people to like record their screen, be that on a mobile or whatever, and then send me the footage, and then I can compile it into a video. So I don't know how it would work if it was live or whatever. I'd probably have to do like a Streamlabs, invite people in, and could just get a little bit messy. Jonathan, good evening, sir. You're gunning for Cap 270 super rare win, yeah? Nice. What's the lineup? So Joel, sort of like a share play, like FIFA. Yeah, exactly that. You know, when it comes to the rewards from Weekend League and that sort of stuff, I don't even know if they call it Weekend League anymore because I don't play EAFC. But I played FIFA for like many years, Weekend League and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it would probably be people, as I said, recording screen and then chucking it over. So if anybody's on here that wants to do something like that, then feel free to reach out to me on Discord. If anybody's catching up on the stream and they're watching the video and they would like to do that, I'm happy to receive that footage, and then I can compile something and put a nice little video up there as well. John A.F. CB. There we go. Let's have a look at your game week, sir. Are you going heavy in super rares now? Or it's a bit split, isn't it, really? What's your priority? Contenders, then? I'm sure I bought a card off you the other day, John. Sure I did. Let me just search for me. No? Sure I did. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I bought Click off you, didn't I? Yeah, I remember seeing your name pop up there. He's done alright since. This, I mean, I said this a few times. This is what really pissed me off about this game, though. 3 big chances created. Benteke, 3 big chances missed. in the same lineup. I think if one would have come in, I would have won Challengers D2, by the way. Fuming. Anyway, we're not here to look at that. We're here to look at your lineups. What am I doing? Sorare results. Okay. So they play tonight, and they play Friday morning, Carl. That's always a piss take, isn't it? Wait until Friday morning. Unless you like that sort of stuff. I suppose you can watch it if it's 8:30. Good start, though. Very, very nice start. I would have thought that you would have had a River Plate goalkeeper super rare, though. To pair with a player like that, but then Walter's decent as well, isn't he? So look at that Manfana bloke. Since he went to the Chinese league. Let's have a look. Look at that. That's beautiful. Where was he before? Granada. I don't remember him being at Granada. When I used to watch it. Oh, that's why. That's why. Yeah, when I had a lot of the Granada boys, when they was like before they were promoted, I had quite a lot of them, and I used to watch them quite a bit. So yeah, he didn't ring a bell. Yeah, that's beautiful. What did you end up picking up? 0.06. Yeah, that's nice. What did you pick him up straight away after like game number 1 or something? You're contenders and you're looking to build Bundesliga. Nice. Why Bundesliga? You a fan of that league, or you think that there's an opportunity there? Yeah, he looks decent though, doesn't he? I think that's the thing with contenders league competition, because there are these sort of players that are just absolute animals, but they're quite cheap. I mean, I always come back to this guy. Always come back to well, that's not how you spell it, is it? Fucking hell. Paul Jolly. Always come back to him. Look at that. I bet they. Let me take away subs and did not plays as well. Just the 67. It's beautiful. But yeah, there's a lot of players out there in contenders. I wonder if contenders is going to be one of the hardest leagues to. Oh no! Don't tell me that's just happened. Look, the two. Do you know what? The 3 players that I was going to put in, they've all scored. To be fair, but it seems like proper. Obviously, he can get some really big AA. I think that's the score that Rossi actually give me. But yeah, I'm talking to Gaza, by the way, on yeah, I'm streaming looking at it now. And apparently they've just scored again. So Unistal, not good, sir. I need you to not concede another one, but also to have a decisive little penalty save or something like that. Yeah, I wonder if Proper is going to outscore him. Probably likely. The one game week where like Proper normally scores a few a season. One game week where I don't play him because I think that he's a risk. This take. Jonathan says Bundesliga for August, just an opportunity for me in Bundesliga. More affordable to get the smashers than Prem and the Liga. Makes sense. It's a nice league as well, you know. Clerk for Elche is similar. Or Clark. I don't know how you say that. But 3% for signed jersey in special weekly boxes. 3%, yeah. Do you see? I don't know. I haven't got it up. Hold on. You see that there? Is it that one? Yeah. Signed Spurs top from Sorare, courtesy of Sorare, which was very, very nice. I haven't kind of posted it or done a video for it. I'll put it in a frame today, but I kind of just threw it in there and then just squashed it against. I actually need to place it properly so you can see the arms and stuff like that. And it's not going to go there, by the way. That was me just putting it together on the chair. It's going to go up on this wall here, but it's very, 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 very nice. Happy with that. Let me transition back over. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. And not fake like the bonsai. Exactly. It's not fake. It is not fake. Playing this guy. That'd be nice in that team. It would have actually fit. Yeah. Did anybody catch the Sorare data show that I done? I really enjoyed it. With Laird and Black. I mean, I was talking to Black earlier. But I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, I can get back on it in a couple of months or whenever they want me back, if they want me back or whatever. But I did really enjoy it. My second league goat is Hartle. Yeah, There's a few players on that team, isn't there? In that Hartle, in that St. Pauli. Let's have a look. Who was it? It's Hartle and who's the other one? There's another one in this team that's like an absolute monster. I can't remember. Can't remember who it is. Or is this the actual wrong team that I put? Salica? It might have been. Yeah, I can't remember. It might have been. A lot of my La Liga 2 stacks are close to being promoted. Scary times. Good thing is, mate, they all can't get promoted. You know? So, yeah, so let's see. Can't believe that Proper scored. That is an absolute piss take, that is. 5 goals in the first half. What a game. What a game. When does Miami play anyway? I don't think I can do much now unless Unastal absolutely comes out the second half and just has like last man tackles and stuff. How many points away? So I'm already 90 points away, basically 100 points away from a reward. Got a captain in there. Yeah, maybe a tier 4 I could squeeze, something like that. It will all help. It will all help. Yeah, did anybody pull anything decent in any of their boxes? That'd be interesting. So to bring you up to speed, I did actually record this on my phone, but just in case I got something massive, but I didn't. Let's go to my transactions. I'll show you how I got on this last game week and then what I actually won. You got a Barkley Limited. Nice. Nice. Where am I going here? Here we go. So yeah, this was my game week, lad. This is that lineup I was talking about with Click and Benteke. So decent from Blake, although he has gone off injured, or concussion or something. I don't know if he's going to be making the weekend. Anyone heard anything? That would be good to know. Blue Tomatoes, as much worth as my Cap 220 6th place reward. Nice. Very, very nice. Herrera coming in with 100. Clearance off the line. Kai Wagner coming in the cap. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but he had kind of an assist taken away from him. I didn't see it in slow motion, but I don't know if Jack Elliott actually got a touch on it. But it come from a corner, come all the way through the 6-yard box, and then just was like bouncing through, and somebody tapped it in the back post, but went for a whole lot of bodies. And I don't know if Jack Elliott actually got the touch, but it would have been beautiful if Kai Wagner got the assist. Would have pretty much put him on 100 with that 50%er as well. But then Click coming in with the 3 big chances created, and then Benteke just where are they? Yeah, there we go. 15 points he lost. 3 big chances missed. So imagine that would have come in. So that's 50 points, a little bit of XP. Let's call it 60 points. Shot on target. Let's call it maximum 65 points. I would have been second. And then imagine if Kai Wagner got that assist. I would have smashed it. But shoulda, woulda, couldas, if buts and maybes. But it still got me a tier 4, right? 404 points, a tier 4. And then we had this team in here as well, with Fry giving that way that mistake towards a goal, or whatever that actually means, that symbol. Weren't a great start. Gressel with the assist. Rossi doing okay as well, but I was 14 points. 55 points off of card. Weren't all that. Then we had this one in there. Brooks Lennon had a massive upgrade, by the way. He was on something like 70 points and come away with a 92. Almeida was captain. I'm quite shocked that he didn't get involved against Chicago. I thought that was going to be a superb matchup for them, which, the win, the 3-0 was. And then you got Ricky Puig in there and Pansel. Pansel coming in with the assist, but Puig didn't do much against Seattle. And then Steve Clark couldn't keep the clean sheet either. So I was expecting really good things with that lineup, actually, but it wasn't to be. And then this one, my special weekly, I bought Tommy 1 minute before the deadline. And when I say 1 minute, I literally mean 1 minute. If you go back to the auction, I don't know if it's got a time stamp on it or whatever, but it was 1 minute before the deadline. So I scrambled this lineup together really, really quickly. Wasn't expecting anything. I knew Forsberg was going to be a doubt, but yeah, it was dog shit, wasn't it, really? And then we had this all-star rare team. Left out Di Maria because he was a risk, but put Evander in instead. Scored very, very similar. I think they did, but Di Maria missed a penalty as well. And then this team didn't do anything for me. So all in all, it got me some boxes. It got me... go to my gallery. Yeah, it got me a card. And then this is the card it got me. A Ben Hamer, who is the number 2 at Watford. He's 36 years of age. Hopefully, he doesn't retire at the end of the year, but he did have a nice little spell here in goal for them. I wonder what his price actually went up to, or whether the other goalkeeper was just injured or something. 0.09 2 months ago. 0.1. Wow, he did go up quite a bit there. Be interesting to see if he either leaves to go somewhere and gets the number 1 spot, or if he wins it back. Who knows? Anybody got any insider information on that? Blue Tomatoes says, who do you think in the El Tráfico? I think LA Galaxy win that game. With Puig and Pancil and Jolovic up top, I think that LAFC's defense is not that good. I don't rate Lloris anymore. I mean, I didn't in the last 2 to 3 seasons at Spurs. I think there's too many mistakes. I don't think that he's a sort of rock at the back. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not bad. Do you know what I mean? But I think that there's a few mistakes in him. And I don't think the LAFC back line is that strong at the moment. I know they got Maxime Chanot to come in. But talking of LAFC, I won this guy in a box. I think I've won him before as a reward and then sold him. But, I mean, he's not doing much, is he? He's not even making the bench. So, excuse me. Yeah, he's not even making the bench. So, I don't expect amazing things. But he's 21. Don't know if anybody knows anything about him, what type of player he is, whether he's good, decent, dog shit. Be good to know. But I'll probably include him in, do you know when you have to bump up a trade to a bot or something? He'll probably just be thrown in there. But yeah, it's always nice winning something out of a box for the first week. And as I said earlier, a few more people in here now. If anybody wants to record their phone, record their screen, whatever they're doing, and send over some stuff for me for next weekend, I would love to create a video just opening boxes, or viewing you opening boxes. I think it'd make some good content, like a FIFA style kind of video with rules. I don't think we've spoke about Almeida, you know. Can you share screen on Discord? I don't know. I hadn't even really looked at it, to be honest with you. But I was assuming that'd be because people would want to open their rewards. They're not going to kind of sit there and wait for me to set up a share or something like that. I think that they would want to just open their rewards. So if they record it and send it, I can at least batch it up. But I'll look into it if people are going to be interested in that type of stuff for sure. RTS did it with some viewers. Oh, okay. I'll have a look then. I will have a look. But yeah, I don't think we've actually spoken about. I can't remember whether we spoke about. I picked up a Ricky Van Wolfswinkel. I picked him up because he was very, very cheap as an in-season, and I think that he's going to play until the end of the year. And also, I think he renews at FC20. But I sold my Brooks Lennon, boys. I sold my Brooks Lennon Super Rare, which we discussed at the end of last stream, I think it was, making sense for me to list my Super Rares. So my Brooks Lennon, my Julian Gressel, I think that was it. I don't think there was any more. But it just made sense. I mean, 370 euros there, whatever that is in pounds, probably 300 quid or something. But points 0.11 I sold him for. Really good super rare. I don't know if the other guy, somebody else was listing him, sorry, just above that price. Looks like, yeah, since this. Oh, Nashi bought him, yeah? Okay. I thought Nashi already had one of them. He sent him in for Brooks. He's got the Atlanta stat going on there. Similar price by the looks of that. And then, but yeah, I think it made sense. I got that money in and basically went up straight up and picked up a Thiago Almeida to pair with my rare one that I've already got of Brooks Lennon. It makes more sense. He's another smasher. You know, we look at he scores. He can score hundreds for fun. He can score in the 90s, etc. He seems like a player that smashes or don't. And I know I can't stop yawning. You know how it is. Said before, kids tired, not much sleep. You know. But yeah, is that just MLS Atlanta? Yeah, very, very good scorer, as you can see there. I mean, what's that? 13, 12 over 80. Makes sense to come in. He's got some home games coming up as well. Some tough home games, but at least they are at home. Probably a tougher stretch than I actually thought. But hey, we'll see what happens to him as well. I think that he moves to. I know that Atletico Madrid were actually interested in him, but I think that he moves to a team that I can still play with. He's not going to Contenders League, I don't think. He might go to like a Portuguese team or maybe an Ajax, maybe something like that. That's where I see him kind of suiting his next sort of step into European football. I don't see him going to. He could go to an Atletico Madrid and play a bit part, but I thought, 0.08, I'm sure months ago he was going for like 10 times that or something silly. Let's just have a quick look. No, that's his super rare. 10 times that, not quite, just underneath that. But if we look at last year, he was going for 0.7. And to pick him up for 0.08, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. So, yeah, Almeida comes in. I don't think I've done anything since then apart from Eric Tommy, actually, which I'll probably do a video on this anyway and bring him up to speed and show some lineups and stuff because I do need to get to that tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much done tomorrow, so I do need to look at that. But the chunk of change that I had from that Brooks Lennon sale to bring in Almeida, I then brought in Eric Tommy as well. 3 home games coming up, which is real nice. Which is real nice. I'm just looking at his. He must have more. He's got a lot of home games by the looks of that. Sports Kansas City at home more this season. Don't know how that works out. But yeah, he's playing a slightly, apart from this role, last 2 games actually. I thought he was deeper on this game. But he seems to have dropped a little bit in terms of CM rather than pushing forward a little bit. Or I think he might have even played wide right here because Johnny Russell was out. But I'm sure SKC fans would put me straight on that maybe or have some information on it. But taking some of their set pieces, obviously shared with Saloy, shared with Johnny Russell when he actually plays. But I think that he makes sense as another midfielder to come in. He's one of their DPs. He's going to play week in and week out now that Kinder has gone. So, yeah, I'm excited to have him in. He's one that's been in my watch list for a long, long time. And talking of watch lists, I've only got 8 people left on there. And my watch list probably, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, about 30 odd. So, Jesus Christ, how many yawns have I done in the last 10 minutes? When you just get on like the yawn train, don't you? Yeah, so this is what's left. Tolkien and Coronel, probably butchered his name as well, as the New York Red Bulls defensive stack. I'm still not sure on that stack, but I'm just watching some prices on it. Escobar, I wanted to bring him in for this game week, just gone, and I'm sure he scored 100, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So that's good, isn't it? If I had some more money in my account right now, back then, I would have picked him up. I would have been in the lineup, and he would have scored me 100 points, 50 AA. Jesus, what is he actually going for right now? 0.12. What is that in terms of cash? Seems like Tolkien doesn't suit the new system yet. Yeah, I think it's going to take him a little bit of time, isn't it? 32. I've got £17 in my account, so that's fun. What's that? Free away games in the next 4. I suppose I don't really need him right now. Got Renuso in there as well, so that's again another smasher midfielder that I'm just keeping my eye on. He really pisses me off watching him play, but Sorare wise, do you know what I mean? You've just got to play towards the scores, and nobody's saying that I need to watch this guy. Be interesting to see how he fits into the new system. It's weird that he played 30 minutes here and now he's having problems with his green card. Surely he would have had it 2 weeks ago. But interesting. Ryan Hollingshead as another defender there. Sean Johnson, keeping an eye on his price. I wouldn't mind him as a goalkeeper. Joshua Cohen to pair with Brooks Lennon and Almeida. I know that Guzan is the number 1, but who knows what the fuck can happen with a Guzan. And then we've got GG up top as well, which I'm keeping an eye on to pair with that Almeida to try and stack a little bit more as well. So rather than just buy the smashers, I'm trying to buy the smashers maybe together. And I wouldn't say that this guy is a smasher, but he is one of the better forwards in that league, capable of scoring goals and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's on the watch list from a price. But, I mean, we'll see this when we come into my lineup building in a minute, that I'm actually quite pleased with where my gallery's at the moment. I've got some really, really good players. I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of choice when it comes to lineups as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to sell this Joe Willis, but I've been trying for a while. So I wonder if somebody's selling an in-season for 0.3. 0.03. Oh, it's you, John. John, you still in the chat? She's trying to sell him for 0.03. Surely you're going to get that, no? He should walk back in as number 1. Brooks Lennon, I know his price must have shot up. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. His price must have shot up. 0.06. I wonder what his new one is going for on the market. Oh, he's a rewarder. You don't need him. That's fair enough, mate. Yeah. 0.08 about 6 hours ago. What's that? 2021. You got him last week on Champ America. That's a nice little win, mate. In-season goalkeeper. Always helpful. Yeah. I'm tempted. I mean, I've got the new season, haven't I, Brooks Lennon? I am tempted to sell him to just pick up an old season one, but depending what you get, maybe if somebody offered me like 0.085, then I would sell him and then pick up this guy and then just take the profit. But I do want to play him this weekend. So let me just see what's going on out there at the moment in terms of games, and then we're going to get onto lineup building. Arsenal still winning 2-0. 0-0 Brentford and Brighton. See, Proper is already on a 76, which would have set me on more points than my guy Rossi. City are 2-0, 2-1 up. How many fouls has he got? Oh, only one. Okay. Interesting. Right, let's have a look at lineup building them. So I have had a go at doing this, but I think I'm going to do a new one. So that we can do it together because we're friends. Good day, wrong captain choice ruin my weekend. It's tough, mate. It's tough, you know. There's a reason that you would have captained the guy that you did. Just stick with it. If he's a set piece taker, if he's a big scorer normally, if he's at home, whatever it is, stick with your decision. Unless you just totally made a mistake and put the armband on the wrong person. So, yeah. Now, what I probably need to tell you, so I am looking for some help here. But what I need to tell you first is what divisions I'm in. So I got promoted, which is nice, obviously. So let's look at in here. So for in-season, ignore these. I'd love to toggle on and off. They won 4-0 and he only scored 47 points. That's tough. Set piece taker though, at least. In-season ones, ignore. So classic season team A is Division 1. Classic season team B is Division 1. So I did play 1, 2 and 4. 2 got promoted to 1, 4 got promoted to 3. So now I am 1, 1, 3. Which is tough because my teams are not really Div 1 teams this week. So I don't know whether to just almost skip them. Put strongest one in Division 3, play an all-star, play the cap modes. But, I mean, it's no fun, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's no fun. Just check that. Yeah, so Division 1, Division 1, Division 3. So it's something to keep in mind when we look at this, right? So I think let's start with let's start with a Division 1 team, or at least Challenger Classic. So my best goalkeeper there is Unastal, right? So I think that makes sense. Let's start with Unastal. He's going to be in one of the 3 teams anyway. So Unastal comes in. Now this is where it's interesting because obviously it would make more sense to then put Proper with him, which, you know, he's obviously on a 77 or whatever he is at halftime there. But Yamani with a AA fixture away at LAFC, is that really a AA fixture? You know, we've got Kyle Wagner there. I think that is a AA fixture against Nashville. I don't think that they're great at the moment. Philadelphia seemed to at least turn the corner last game a little bit. But we're probably pairing with Blake if Blake's going to be playing. So that's probably something that we need to check as well. But am I right in thinking there, boys, that Proper is just the right call there? Just to stack the defence. They're at home against Fortuna. I don't know if you can see that. You can now. Yeah, they're at home against Fortuna. 72% chance of clean sheet. Proper, Wagner in there. We've got Brooks Lennon. We've got Jordi Alba at home to Colorado, but they played tonight. That's an interesting one. Somebody we might come back to. Otamendi away for Benfica against Sporting. But yeah, Alba maybe, Blue Tomato says. But you'd probably go with Proper. I think Proper's probably the right call. I mean, that's not going to be up yet. Benfica's not up yet. Defo got to be Proper. The only thing that annoys me with Proper is that he just has nothing with set pieces. I just love people who take set pieces. Do I need to take a look at any of these yet? If we're going with Proper, probably not. Probably not right now. Sorare Juju, welcome, mate. Fist pump to you, sir. Fist pump to you. Proper. So, all right, let's slot him in then. AAA fixture. Let's slot him in. We know that he's all right. He's playing tonight. So, midfielder. Now, I've got a lot of people playing away here, but immediately I'm drawn to Carlos Hill at home. That makes probably the most sense to me. Di Maria away at Sporting, tough game. Klitsch away at Columbus, tough game. And Puig as well, tough game, right? So, are we all in agreement? It should be Carlos Hill there. Some little interaction in the chat would be real nice right about now. Forsberg is another one that I've got down here. Hector Herrera's out. Yeah, surely. Yeah. Okay. If anybody disagrees, feel free to pipe up. And then forward position. Again, Panzer with a AA, but if I'm going to play Panzer, I'm going to play Puig, I'm going to play Yamini probably in the same team, maybe. The kind of outliers here that don't really stack with anybody is Rossi comes in at home against DC United, so that could be a shout forward there. We've got Van Wolfswinkel. Everybody's saying so. Jordan, Sorare, and Juju and Blue Tomatoes is all saying Rossi. But boys, we've missed something. We have missed something here. Look, we've got the GOAT down here. Surely he starts at home to Colorado. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what goes on like early hours this morning, right? But he's at home against Colorado. Messi the extra. I mean, Insigne's not playing. Benteke, no, away. Rafa, no, away. Rui Diaz at home, so that's a new card. I'm probably going to play that in the MLS special weekly. So really, the decisions here is, if we park the extra position for a minute, so it's either Messi at home against Colorado if he's going to play, which I think he 100% gets minutes at least. What would probably be really nice is that he plays 30 minutes tonight, comes on, scores 100, well, obviously with the captain's armband on, and then he starts on the weekend. Rossi played really good in the midweek against Tigres. All right. Let's put Rossi in there, right? So that we can look at the extras. And where does that leave us? So Puig, Pencil, and Yamani, I'm going to keep them together, I think, in a team. Wagner, I'm probably going to pair with Blake. Now, is Philadelphia up? I'm sure they're not. They're always the last to go up. Has there been any... Let me have a little search on this. Andre Blake. Any news on Blake? Anyone got? Obviously, he had that concussion, didn't he? So let me drag this over. Let's go to latest. Andre Blake. No, 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago. There's probably no news on him then, unless there's some news in this chat. Gazza, what's going on, mate? Drop heel and play Puig, Pencil, and Messi. Is Willis suspended for this match? No, sir. No, he's not. So you would drop Hill. Taco Slayer, what's going on, mate? Welcome. I would think Rossi rotates this weekend. Massive game down in Mexico next Tuesday. Surely keep LA stacked together in another lineup. What, all three? I mean, Puig can do anything against anybody. Like, it wouldn't be bad, would it? It wouldn't be a bad shot. Do you know what? Let me just do this. I think I've got to play Messi in my strongest team, which hopefully is going to be this one, right? So Messi comes in. Don't know. Just not playing Carlos Hill just worries me. I mean, I'm going to play him in another lineup, so I don't know why I'm saying it fucking worries me. Just play him with someone else. So the only other midfielder that I'd want to play in this lineup, though, would be... I'd play Almeida in this. Probably wouldn't play Di Maria, wouldn't play Click, and I'd play Puig. Yeah, just play him in the second lineup. Taco Slayer says it's been all Rossi with Cucho out. Going to need a break from Tigres. Yeah. I mean, that is a worry, yeah, with Rossi. You're right, with Cucho out. Galaxy will beat LAFC. Yeah, I said that at the beginning, guys. I think so as well. I think that they win quite convincingly, actually. And I think that Yamani absolutely dominates Buanga. I think he has him in his pocket down that like Yamani's right hand side, but Buanga's left hand side. I don't know. I don't know what that's. See, if I do play Puig in this lineup, then yeah, Pencil comes in straight away. LFC stacks are dead this weekend. The rest of us have a chance. I mean, what does that look like? I don't even know. No, it'd have to be Messi, wouldn't it? We think he's going to start. See what it looks like. I mean, that's a 67 because obviously Messi, they're showing that he's out, but we know that he's not. I mean, it does look nice. My defender, like, I don't like Proper in here. But then it just makes sense with Unastal. Is Small playing tonight? Small? Is he playing tonight? Yeah. What's happened to him? His scores have been shocking, really. I don't know, but that's a risk if Rossi. So if I didn't do that and I put Carlos Hill in there, who would my extra be then if Rossi's going to be potentially out, or it's a little bit of a risk? What is it, Jordi Alba? Jordi Alba comes in. There'd be nobody else there, really, would there? Almeida, I'll probably play with. Let me just leave it as that for a minute. I'm not set on it, but I think that we can get rid of some players because I'm gonna definitely play Alba over Yeah, but is Andre Blake out? That's what can like. I'd like to pair Blake and Wagner. If Rossi is a risk, the Galaxy combo makes sense. But on the other hand, Messi is also a risk. Yeah, but I think Messi, like, if Messi has 45 minutes, it don't even worry me because I think that he can get 2 or 3 decisives in that time, especially against Colorado. So, yeah, I suppose it is a bit of a risk. Let's see what happens tonight. If he starts tonight and comes off after like 60 minutes because they're absolutely tanking the team, which I don't see happening, but you know, you see where I'm going. MLS special weekly. So I'm obviously only putting one team out here, right? So I know that I'm putting. I've got to put Lennon in there with the new card. I've got to put Rui Diaz in there as a new card. Although I could put Pencil in, no, because no, I think no. No. Tommy comes in there. So they're my 3 new cards, which is nice. Brooks Lennon takes sets, Rui Diaz takes pens, Tommy takes some sets, is at home as well, and Rui Diaz is at home. So I don't mind this lineup at all. Who would be the goalkeeper out of this? I'm not necessarily looking for the kind of like the home fixture, the best fixture as such. But if Blake's playing, I mean he's 50% already there. Does that mean that somebody knows some shit and they're not sharing information? Why are you not sharing information? Um, would it be Fryer? I'm assuming it's Fryer, right? Stephen Fryer over Melia at home against Portland. Portland have been very, very good. Steve Clark away at Chicago could be a shout. Who would you put in here, boys? I know Joe Willis is a 2024 card, but I'm not really going to be playing him, you know, against Philadelphia. Fryer's the right call, yeah? Do you think? What do you think? You know what? We started doing polls last time, didn't we? Because some people don't like whacking a comment in. So let's go Fry, and let's go Melia, and let's go. Who's the other fella? Clark. Here we go. Start poll. Here you go, boys. Vote away. Vote away. Melia, early doors. Don't trust Sorare. Yeah, just people guess, yeah. We can't see the matchups for Clark. Oh shit. Sorry, my bad. There you go. Clark away to Chicago, Melia at home to Portland, and then Fry at home to, what's that, Montreal. Taco Slash says Clark, Fry, and then Melia. Gaza, penalty for fuck's sake. Oh, do you know what? Oh, shit, have I got it? Let me quickly sign into Bet365. Gaza, don't tell me what happens. Let me quickly log in. I should be able to get the game. But I forget my fucking password as well. Come on. Come on. Where's 20? 20, 20, 20. Scored the penalty, didn't he? Didn't get there in time. Didn't even go the right way. Didn't even go the right way. Well, that's the lineup ruined. Hopefully Messi don't play. And then his certainty for the weekend. He just went down to what, about 18 points in a store? Chicago, where am I? Teco says Chicago probably have the best chance of not scoring, but it's also home. Yeah, that fucks up your lineup as well, Gaza. It's not good, mate. Can't complain though. You just had a cracking weekend. But yeah, I mean, every game week's new, isn't it? So, all right, 50% of people saying Melia, yeah, over Fry. Interesting. But Portland have been decent. Have they been away from home, Portland? I mean, what's his home fixtures like? All right, against LA. He hasn't kept a clean sheet at home for a long time, boys. Evander will get a DA, so no clean sheet for Melia. What's his name? Fry. Fry at home. Let's have a look. I know he didn't play these two, so that's based off last season. Keep a lot of clean sheets at home, though, don't they? More than Melia. I think it's Fry over Melia because of the fixture and home. Because of the fixture and the home advantage, yeah, it's probably not Clark. So I'm discounting Clark, which is the least amount of votes. Okay. So I think I'm going Fry, even though everyone's just said Melia. Let's just dial him in. Let's just get an extra in here anyway. So an extra, it doesn't have to be a new card. It could be anyone. I think it makes sense if I'm playing Lennon that I play Almeida with him. Lennon overlapping on that front side, on that right hand side. Number 10 as Almeida, feeding him through. I think that makes the most sense. Anybody else? Evander could go in there, but then I'm playing Tommy against Evander, which I just try to avoid at all time. The beauty of Sorare has so many different options. Well, the good thing is, Blue Tomatoes, is that I've actually got options now. Do you know what I mean? Before, it was lineups kind of created themselves because I was predominantly focusing on the cap modes and things like that. At least now, I can start properly thinking about things. Oh, so many different opinions. Oh, sorry, my bad. But yeah. So in terms of options, though, at least I've got options to carry on that. New York is an all for away fixture on a small pitch. Yeah, their pitch is shit, isn't it? Half a baseball pitch. But I've got to play Lennon in there anyway. I mean, I haven't looked too much into that sort of stuff, and it's probably something that might even give you a little bit of an edge over other people. Does Almeida, does he get on their pitch? Wouldn't be allowed in any other league. It's wildly small. Does he do well on small pitches, like with his tight feet and getting out of small areas and stuff like that, or does he do better on bigger pitches? I mean, I don't know how big these pitches are to even kind of come to that conclusion, right? But has he played New York? Let's go NYCFC. He ain't played them before, unless I go to all. He has never played NYFC before. So I ain't even played there before. You own Atlanta and New York. I will win anyway, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, you will. Unless it's a 3-all and 6 own goals. That's not going to be great for you, is it? Haven't played before, iBot says. As in Almeida, I don't think he's played New York City before, by the looks of it on here. I can't find, unless they're not NYFC, but they are in terms of the fixtures. So maybe it's. Oh, he didn't play that game. He did play that game. He scored 100 at New York City, and then he did play there, and he got an assist. And he played there and got an assist. Well, boys, that's just made up my mind. He clearly loves that pitch. He's in there. He's in. He might even wear the armband. Yeah, captain out of this team is not Rui Diaz, not Stefan Fry. It's probably Almeida. Even with the away fixture and just looking at what I've just looked at. I think Tommy does okay, but I'd feel more comfortable with Almeida. And I wouldn't mind Brooks Lennon having it as well, but I'm going to go with Almeida there. I think that's that team. So that gets 5 players out, what I'm looking at. Does it show up if you search New York? Yeah, New York, yeah. All right, so let's go back into here. And we need another lineup, don't we? So remember, I'm Division 1, Division 1, Division 3. So, what am I doing? Challenger, Classic. What do they suggest, out of curiosity? They suggest Clark in goal, and then the LA Galaxy stack, and then Rossi. I mean, that's not bad just straight off the face of it, is it? The Rossi's a doubt, though. Who do they put in? Tolu. Fucking hell. See, this is where it'd be quite nice to do this. To do that. LA Galaxy and Philadelphia. I don't know if Blake's going to play. I mean, I know it's only Wednesday night, but it would be real fucking nice to know. What do you think about the new Sorare season? Season, or you just mean like what the changes? Because if it's just the changes, I think it's good. I think the with in season and classic, yeah. I mean, it has to give people an incentive to buy in season cards. I mean, my whole gallery, apart from a few at the moment, and that's more luck than kind of strategy or whatever, is classic cards, because I think that's where there's the most value at the moment to win in season and either sell them for profit or obviously then build your in season portfolio or your gallery to then start playing in season comps, right? They needed to do something to entice people to play, to buy in season cards. Because for me, if I would have done this and bought these cards, why the hell would I want a new season Wagner to get an extra 5%? Yeah, that might be great, but I'll just build him up to 10% and I'll just play them all on 10%. So let me just end this poll, by the way. There you go. By the way, 13 people voted, 46% was familiar, and Fryer was last, 23%, yeah? Shit, okay. Yeah, but I like it. I do like it. Makes you think a little bit more. I really love the introduction of boxes. I think people was almost more excited about opening boxes than they were actually getting their kind of rewards. I suppose if you're getting a tier 5 reward, but you're opening like 10 boxes, you'd probably swap that tier 5 for another couple of boxes, to be quite honest, because they're not really worth much. But yeah, I really like it. What about you, mate? What about you, iBot? Gazza says swap Messi for Rossi if going with that classic. What, in this lineup, you mean? So would you go back to what they said with Clark and then go with Messi in here? That would be interesting. Ibot says my in-season challenger this midweek is sitting I on ninth, yielding 16 in ninth. Okay. If I would have played them in All Star, I would currently be third with much more cash and a star card. Yeah, mate, it's tough. Risu says, do you think they will exchange the level ups in boxes with something else soon? I think that they've got the freedom to add things. I think there's a lot of suggestions that are out there in terms of, maybe it's 10,000 coins or something that they put in there. Maybe it is you're promoted, and maybe that's only like 0.5% of boxes that get something like that. Maybe it's what else could there be? Some merch, a Sorare hat, like what they're going to be doing with some of the jerseys and stuff that are coming out. Yeah, as Joel just said, jerseys in special weekly boxes. I think that they've got the opportunity to do a lot in there without obviously giving away too much. But I think that the level ups are an easy way out. The issue that I have with the level ups, and I spoke about this on the Sorare Data Show, is that giving out too many, everybody's all of a sudden just going to be on 10%. So it's smart from them because then they're forcing people to do collections, right, to get that differentiator. So my Carlos Hill is already at 10%. Now, if somebody for the next 2 weeks earns, I know you can only do 3, I get that, but those last kind of 3 levels might take somebody 6 weeks, maybe 2 months or whatever, and in that meantime, you've got the edge. But I think eventually everybody's just going to get to that 10%. Like, there's no reason for me in my gallery, right, looking at this, if Almeida stays in the MLS, I'm going to keep him. Forsberg, I'm going to keep him. He's only just gone there. Evander, I'm going to keep him. Messi, obviously going to keep him. Blake, probably the top, 2 or 3 goalkeepers in the MLS, I'll keep him. Lennon, I think that he's one of the best midfielders. I've said it all season. He's proving me right at the moment. Puig, if he stays there as well, do you know, like, I'm not going to sell those players. So Pantzil's only just gone there. He's going to be the best scoring, or like in the top 3 best scoring forwards in that league. Rossi is already proven to be that. Kai Wagner. There's no reason for me to sell any of these cards. Is the point that I'm getting to. So I'm just going to keep leveling up, get the XP up, and they're all going to be on 10%. So it's a little bit of a worry, but we'll see what happens. I bought you really like the changes though. Good stuff. And Blue Tomatoes, you can only use 3 per player. Yeah, I know. Not every gallery players gets a lot of boxes, so I think it's okay at the moment. But yeah, maybe it's a future problem. It's probably something. Well, I say probably. It's maybe something that they've already thought about, but they've got to introduce something else. I think it was PSU fans too, or somebody opened a ridiculous amount of boxes. It might have even been Gated Guy. I can't remember who it was. It was a guy who's kind of streams or he's on videos. Opened a lot, and I'm talking like 20 plus, and all of them were just level ups. So imagine if they only played rare and they got 20 rare level ups. They've just literally went and uploaded 6 players by 3 levels just straight away in 1 game week. Don't know. We'll see what happens. No way they've thought about it beforehand. Sarah Joel says, my entire limited gallery is collections now. I think XP is essential in limited. Yeah, I agree. In limited, probably even more. And maybe rare's getting to that point as well now with the prices obviously are what they are. It's going to be interesting. My plan is, as I've said, buy with as high XP as possible. I've probably paid an extra, I don't know, £100 over the last couple of weeks just by paying more to get as much XP as I possibly can, and then level up as much as you can. I'm also, something I've done today, and in the past, so let me go to my club, see my cards. So in the past, I've waited until these players have got to like level 18, 19, or 17, and then leveled up. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to level up the players that I want like straight away. Not going to wait, because I think that literally every single game week now the XP is gonna matter. Blue tomato 17 to 20. I don't know what that means. Oh, got my pencil to level 20 because of the boxes. Oh, nice. Nice. I think it's now acceptable for a rare classic soon. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, Joel. And it might be that you do have to spend some more, but it's smart with from Sorare what they're doing. As I said, why do I want to buy in season cards? Because they've opened now in season strictly competitions. So year in and year out, you're incentivized to buy in season cards. You're now incentivized to buy collections because when everybody's on that level 20, and again, it might take a good few months, it might take a long time to get your whole gallery there or your top players there. Who knows? But with the level ups, you're going to get there a lot quicker. And then when you're there, what's the differential? Your captain's armband, or are they going to start introducing tactics into your lineups? Which I wouldn't mind as one-offs. It'd annoy me if it was week in and week out, though. That'd piss me off a little bit. But yeah, not week in and week out. And then your differentiator after that is potentially collection bonuses. So be interesting, boys. But I'm getting away from my lineup building, and I've already been on stream an hour and 10 minutes, and I've done one lineup maybe. So in here, maybe Gaza was saying Messi to put in here as that extra one. It's that extra one. So it could be Blake and Wagner, but then that's the good base for another team, isn't it? These are all away, so I wouldn't mind. I don't know. Good average time for building one line. I know. It's just I'm chatting too much shit, Blue Tomatoes. Keep me honest, mate. Just tell me to crack on and get on with it. My limit stack is at 17%. That is beautiful stuff. Beautiful, sir. How much it cost you? Have you had decent returns from that at the moment? In terms of that, like Saka, has he been in lineups that have obviously give you returns? Right. Let me just start again here. Which goalkeeper here, boys? Let's assume that Blake's fit, by the way. Let's assume that he's fit. Is it Melia? Because he's at home. $90 bought at the start of the season. Nice. It's like a show I know off topic. Yeah, and we ain't even started talking about Harry Potter yet, have we? We seem to talk about him every stream. It's because I've got one of that wand that I've shown before just staring at me underneath one of my screens. That's why that comes up all the time. Right, goalkeeper, another poll, boys. I'm keeping the LA Galaxy stack. All three of them, they're staying. So I want a poll, and I want another which goalkeeper for this lineup. Now, is it Clark? Is it who's the other fella? Melia, or assuming that Mr. Blake is fit, let's start that poll. Get voting. Here we go. Little game show. Talking of game shows, does anyone watch House of Games? By the way, with Richard Osman. What a show that is. The other one that I like at the moment is the 1% Club. Anyone play that? That's how exciting my Saturday nights are, boys. That is exactly how exciting my ones are. Blake, 83% so far. Melia, not a vote in sight. I can't wait for Herrera to be back. Such a good player. Agreed. I want him back in the lineups. 6 votes so far. Come on, there's 30 odd people in here, boys. Come on. 7 votes. Come on. So we're looking at goalkeeper in here. So Clark away to Chicago. Melia at home to Portland. And Andre Blake away at Nashville. 7 votes in. Ibot, have you got any news about when Herrera is back? When he's back in training or anything like that? I'm sure I saw a photo a couple of weeks ago where he was standing out there in his little high shorts with his quads flexing. Sure, I saw something there. Let me just check my what's up. No, no one loves me. Sweet. Maybe April. They said we're in April. We're in there. We're in April. Right, 9 votes in, boys. It looks like Blake is the winner on this at the moment, which means that if we are playing Blake, we're probably playing Wagner in there then, aren't we? I think I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. Captain's armband, I'm probably going to put on Pooj just from an AA standpoint as well. Rodri assist. He's an animal, isn't he? Have you ever considered selling your gallery? Fucking hell, that's a turn. Does it look that shit? No, I haven't. In all honesty, no, I haven't. What I would have loved to have done is when my value of the gallery was 9 ETH, is sold it then for whatever you get for that. I don't know, 6.5 ETH or something like that, and didn't play for, I don't know, 6 months, and then just come back in, and I would have had 6 ETH. Rather than the valuation of my gallery at the moment being 2. So yeah, I think that, by the way, just going back to this and actually focusing for a minute, I think that if Blake is ruled out, I'll bring in Clark, and then my extra will be maybe Rossi, but I'd have to do some looking. If not, Evander would come in here, I think, by looking at that. But let's just save that lineup and crack the fuck on. Blake won that 60%, by the way. There was only 10 people that voted, but we'll go over there. End that poll. 54% was Blake, and then Clark. So yeah, that would be the backups after that. Let's get another team going. Moldy, have you thought about selling your gallery then, mate? I'm assuming so, if you've asked that question. All right, and so what have I done so far? I've done Team 1 and Team 2. That is probably my 2 D1 teams. Now, Jordi Alba might come out of there depending on whether Rossi fits in, right? But that's my D1 team and a D1 team. I don't know if it's enough to compete in D1 to be brutally honest. But that's where I am at the moment. So the last team would be a D3 team. And then this is where I want to make a decision of whether I need to put somebody in D3 with the hope of obviously winning a card, but to get promoted, or whether to focus the next best team in All-Star Rare. And I think that I want to get promoted in because I want to be in Division 1 with 3 teams through the summer. No, it's not shit. Sorry, Joe. I've been thinking of selling my MLS gallery so I can have more detox during the Euro off-season. Yeah, I think that Sorare can become quite intense, can't it? You know, when you're playing week in and week out all year round. I mean, Channy made that decision last year, didn't he? He just decided to sell all of his kind of like MLS or his summer players at least, and then just focus on Europe. So it's not a bad shout if that's what you're into. I mean, I'm almost the opposite. I'd rather kind of have a break over Christmas than through the summer, but that's just where I am in life at the moment. Playing 52 weeks can make you tired of the game. Yeah, it can, definitely. So this is a D3 Challenger Classic team. So it's either Melia or Clark. Let me just go with defender first, because I like doing that. So the bottom 4 are basically irrelevant. Tolu, he's not that exciting, is he? Herrera or Otamendi? Both got very tough fixtures there. I don't think this lineup's going to be all that, is it, really? Let me see what mid... So I've either got the DC United stack in here against Columbus, who could rotate. You know, Taco Slayer said that earlier. They could rotate there. Is there any play sharper predictions yet? I can feel my face and know it's you, but I love you. gonna love you. Who am I looking for? We've got DC United. I've checked that earlier. No, it was Columbus. Yeah, they're not up there yet. Yeah, they're not up there yet. So, fine. Let's go back in here. So, lineup builder. I mean, midfielder. So, who would I put in here as a midfielder? So, it's either Click. So, again, it's that DC or that Benfica. But I've got Evander in there as well. Forsberg looks likely not to play. Sario's going to play. He's away from home. He done all right last season. Don't give up your day job, mate. I hurt in my ears. I can't, mate. I can't give my day job up. Got a family to keep, ain't I? I'm grown up. Morris will most likely be. Yeah, that's true. He would be starting. All right, there's nobody that stands out there. Maybe Evander, but I might have to use him in another lineup. And then from a forward point of view, I've got Rossi in there against the DC stack. So I'm probably not going to play him. But then I've got... Well, it's either... it's either this, basically. Let's go in here. But let's have the DC stack in this one. Because I can always swap it with the All-Star one that I'm going to create next, right? And then in goal, let's go with... Are they all away? They are. So let's put Clark in there as an away fixture. And then an extra. Oh, let me just save that. Let me come back out here into All-Star. All-Star Rare. And then we probably want to go Melia at home. And then let's go with the Benfica stack. With Rafa. And then I'm left with some extras. Which would probably mean Rossi comes in here if he's going to play. Because I don't want to put him, obviously, with the DC stack. Don't know I'd have captain. So let's just put it on him for now. And then in here, the extra would then be Evander, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then let's just put the armband on Evander as well. So that still leaves me with a team to put out there, though, at the moment. So I've got 5 teams. Which would... So I either play one of the cap modes. Or that's all I can play, isn't it? Yeah, because I haven't got enough for another rare. So it probably makes sense to play cap 240, go for a threshold. So let's put Willis in there because who knows, he might not start. The only defender that I've got that's playing in there is Rosenberry. Do you know what? I don't actually mind Rosenberry. But he's going to get absolutely spanked if Messi starts and whatnot. But he scores all right, even if they concede quite a bit. Well, you should see the goal from that Foden just scored. Good player. Good player, Jeff. Rosenberry comes in. So as a midfielder, well, the only one that's really going to play is Asario, so he comes in. Forward, again, the only one that's going to be playing there is Ricky van der Vos Winkel. And then I need an extra. Any of these going to play? Does Nacho play? Let's have a look at that. How's 20 getting on, by the way? Has still got a decisive yet or what? Nah. No, he ain't. He's just got a 15 fucking pointer. What? Proper give a penalty. Proper was the one to give the penalty away as well. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right, maybe I did make the right decision then. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. All right, let's go back in here. No, Nacho. Nacho's probably not going to play here, but there's some notes. Midfielder. Carlos is at 80% just because he come up early midweek. I assume it was the team waving the white flag. Okay. Just stay away that spot if you can. Nacho got the start over Esme, as he was used more. Still very believed that Esme provides more for the team and think that he should start this weekend. So I haven't got anybody to put in here then, have I? As a starter. Yo, what would you recommend to get into with about 300 to 500 pounds? Watch Sorare for a good while now. I'm never gonna really. I know it's a cop out. I know that people say the same thing. I'm not really gonna give you financial advice on what to do with that, mate. To be honest with you, I'll give you more general advice. Is play the leagues that you know, buy the players that you know, buy the players that you know that score well on Sorare, and go for it. Do you know what I mean? Go for it from there. It's one of the worst things that I've done. When I first come onto the platform, I tried to like scout Sorare data or like on Sorare data too much. I think I ended up buying some Bundesliga's players, and they weren't the worst players, but it was a league that I knew a little bit about from playing FIFA and stuff, but not too much. And then very quickly, I was kind of selling out of them because at a loss as well, because I didn't know too much about them. I should have just went straight in with a league that I knew a bit more about. Joel says though, buy a limited collection of your favorite team. So again, you're going to know your favorite team, right? You're going to follow them. You're going to hopefully avoid DMPs. That's the big thing. Avoid those DMPs. Well, Nacho's probably the only one who's going to actually potentially get some game time in here. So it's probably that, and I'd probably captain Thario just because he takes some of their sets, I think, now. So let's save that, and then just put in an academy lineup in here as well, with anybody else that potentially plays, so that we can see them. So Tolu definitely plays. Gressel will play. None of those will play, and Lovitz will play. So let's save that. All right, so here we go. These would be the teams. Spurs, come on, you Spurs. Yes, mate, do it. I think that I said on the Sorare Data Show with Laird and Black that I'm pretty much finished really in terms of buying the MLS Classic. There's probably a couple of all players that was shown on the watch list earlier, but if I don't buy them, or say that I buy them and then I truly kind of am finished with them, because as you can see here, I can pretty much always get out 3 teams in the Challenger Classic region. It is then moving on to another competition, and I do think that competition is going to be Champions, and I do think that competition is going to be Premier League, and I do think that team that I'm going to be looking at is obviously Spurs. Hence the shirt back here with the nice signed shirt, and I enjoy watching them, and I think that it's going to be a cracking. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Here we go. I think that it'd be rare, Joel. I'd go in with rare. I'll go Son, Madison, obviously Vicario in goal. Either Romero or Pedro Porro, or maybe both to complete that stack. They can peak so high, and it's exciting to be a Spurs fan. Absolutely spot on. It is exciting to be a Spurs fan. Has to be Romero, Jordan says. Yeah, I also like Pedro Porro, though. I do really like Porro. I'm going to come back to that lineup in a minute. I think that I'm pretty set on those, depending on any news. But I do like Porro. He was better here because obviously he was taking set pieces when Madison was out. Not so great when he comes back, but he has a lot of shots on target. So a cheeky little decisive in there. He's capable of the AA. He peaks. But yeah, you're probably right. The better pick for a defender there is Romero. It makes more sense. But if we look at that, Son, Romero, Madison, and Porro, they're your kind of 4 that you probably want. Yeah, there's nobody else in there that I'd really want. So Isaac is linked to Spurs as well. You really? What, from Newcastle? Really? Why would he leave there with all that money that they're going to start investing? Unless they're ready to bin him off and get in. I don't even know. Don't even know who they get in to replace him. I think he's quality. A European utility next season as well. Hopefully, Joel. Hopefully, sir. He should be. Financial fair play. I'd take Isaac there all day long. Sell Richarlison. Not a fan. Not a fan of him. It's going to be a shame to lose Højbjerg, you know. I do like him, but he doesn't fit this system. But in terms of like a Sorare scorer, you can see there he's very solid. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes next season, because I think he does well wherever he goes. There's talks of the Italian league as well. I think that he's either just switched an agent or something like that. There was something that I read. He's got some sort of links with Italy at the moment. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, now I'm kind of almost finished with these guys. That's probably just going to be my next move. And just go for it. And it'll be classic, by the way. It won't be in season. It'll be classic. Blue Tomatoes, do you think he's safe? Do you think it's safe he will leave? Højbjerg, in my opinion, will 90% leave the club. Yeah, he's already said it. He's not happy with his football in terms of first team football. And I think he's too good to be sitting on the bench, to be honest with you, as a central midfielder. What's the difference of classic and in-season? So an in-season card is like this Joe Willis here, a 2024 card. A classic card is basically not an in-season one. So a classic one for Joe Willis would be 2022 card, for example. Whatever season we were actually in now is in-season. Any past seasons is classic. So I think that's the lineups. Classic probably easier, not necessarily. No, everybody builds up their XP, stuff like that. People are not really prepared to pay in-season prices. People potentially want to win cards rather than money, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but some people prefer cards. Whereas the in-season comps are just cash and money, mate. Yeah. So cap 240, I'm not really going to move any of those players out. They can just sit in there. My all-star team could potentially swap with my team down here, this DC stack team. What way, I mean, that's something that I could ask. What way round would that be, lads? So my all-star rare team, leave that in all-star, or swap it with my team 3 here and play the team 3 in all-star and play the all-star team in team 3 in D3. What do you think? Leave it as it is or swap it? What do you think? I prefer cards, to be honest. I'm not sure why. And what do you think the start? When do you think the start of selling off these American players will end? I don't know. There's normally a little cycle, but there's so many changes that are going on with Sorare at the moment. I don't know whether they shift. I'm not sure. It could be end of June, as people start to plan earlier, ready for August. I really don't know, to be honest. Before Europe comes back, Joel said. Yeah. I think this is my teams, though, whether they swap or not. Now, if Blake's out, I will move. If Blake's out, I move Clark into here. And I move Wagner in to replace Jordi Alba over here. And I'll move Jordi Alba into, well, I don't know, fuck knows. Anyway, you was planning on taking a break through the summer, but I bought into some summer teams. You know, you don't have to play Sorare intensely throughout the summer if you do want that break. Just buy a couple of little teams, set your lineups, and then almost forget about them. You know? I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, just forget about him. All right, let's look at what else has gone on then. Games tonight. Man City 4-1. Well, it would have been better for me to play proper. That's what I've learned this evening. It would have been better to play proper. Rodri, another 100. Foden hat-trick. Fuck me. That's mad. That is mad. Against Villa as well. They just got truly tanked. Goal difference for us as a Spurs fan. That's beautiful though. With Roski a risk and Benfica against Sporting. What do you mean? Sorry. What do you mean? Don't play Rossi. Ireland DMP though. To ruin my Man City stacks. Joel, do you play limited or rares, mate? And then yeah, 20 boys. They're still going. I mean, that's bad, isn't it? That is bad. Still, what are you doing to me, mate? Limited for champ. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Read the message above, please. Depends on. Oh, sorry. Depends on which comp you want to prioritize. I think Benteke stack, the Benteke squad looks a bit stronger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I want to prioritize, really. I mean, it probably should be All-Star Rare. I should prioritize that. Yeah, I don't know. You have a lot of away fixtures. I know, Jordan. It's not a great week. Last week I had a lot of home fixtures, so kind of makes sense. I mean, at least this lineup up here is they're all home. And if I have to take Alba out to put Kyle Wagner in there, I don't mind that as a set piece taker, and we know that Kyle Wagner can smash. But yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot in there, which doesn't help me. And I know that there's a strategy out there at the moment that some people, if they're in Division 1 and they feel as though their teams are not great, they are actually skipping and they're not bothering to play because you can't get relegated at the moment. But if I'd done that, then one of this team would have to be a 270 team. And then I don't even know where I'd play the other one. Because we wouldn't fit in 220. So then I'm not playing. So just fucking go big or go home. Do you know what I mean? By the end of the weekend, I could have 3 teams in Division 2. And I don't mind that. I could have my 2 D1 teams relegated and obviously the D3 team promoted and have 3 teams in Division 2. I don't mind that. But this team here, Unastal proper, Unastal proper, Hill, Messi and Alba, that could deliver. And if I expect Philadelphia to keep a clean sheet, even though they're away, and Blake plays with the LA Galaxy boys, and I think that they beat LAFC, that could smash as well. So why not? Why not just go for it? Where's Fryer, by the way? Oh yeah, down here. This team. Forgot about this team. I think that's sneaky as well. A nice little clean sheet for Fryer with Seattle. Brooks Lennon can do some business, take some set pieces, along with Almeida. Almeida, the last time he's played at this ground, he's done very, very well, as we found out earlier. Rui Diaz at home as well. He seems to have a really, really getting his fitness back, getting his spark back, and then Tommy at home as well against Portland. So it's the biggest. I wonder what the prize pools are actually at the moment. Let's have a look at that. That looks strong. Appreciate that. Have you considered playing Gressel in a rare lineup? Looks like a good matchup if he starts. Rotation worries me about Gressel. He's played a lot of football. So, yeah, it does look decent, but the likelihood, where would I play him? It would have to be it would have to be a classic comp. And I don't think that he's better than anybody that I've got in there as a classic comp. That's the thing. And if I do play him, I'd want to play him like as a stack with Alba or Messi. Now, it, it could be if Blake doesn't play and then I'm playing 4 kind of rare lineups there, that he comes into one of those and I'll pair him with Alba. But yeah, fuck knows. He's there. He's there. He's there. I know he's there. Right. Let's go into maybe Herrera. The thing is with Herrera though, he's just so capable of massive AA. Like massive AA, like 40s, 50s. And I know that he's away and I know, but Columbus left side ain't all that. Who is it? Yeboah, who plays left wing back. I know Edmondson gets forward a little bit, but not too much. I can see him dominating Yeboah a little bit. But let's, for the third time that I'm trying to do this, play. Let's see how many people have entered some of this stuff. So Division 1. So I've got 2 teams in it. Only 229 have entered so far. And what are they paying out? So boxes. So everybody who's entered this at the moment is basically guaranteed a box, at least. You have to get, so tier 2s is where I'm really looking for as a minimum if I can. So in the top 28 for both teams there. Only 229 people have entered that. And then D3, 462. Which is fine because that's where my weaker lineup's going in. Let's just have a quick check at All-Star as well. 1,400 so far. And they're playing in season and they're paying down to top 80 for a tier 2. 330 for a tier 3. Okay. Don't want a little tier 3. You can get some little gems in there. And then the other one is a special weekly. Only 250 actually entered so far. That's interesting. What's going on, Stefan? Welcome, mate. That's interesting. Only 250. I expect that. How many entered last? How do I find that out? How many entered last week? Is it up here? So that's live. So that's here. Special weekly. 650. I expect that to be a little bit more with some people winning some cards. And obviously it's a big one this week, isn't it? It's a big one. There's a lot of money up for grabs. Is it about 3.5 grand? In the MLS. 3.5 grand, yeah? I'll take that. I'll take that, please. $3,500. I'll take that. I don't think the lineup's going to do that. But I would 100% take a top 100. $80. Take that. Take that. What, Gary Barlow? What do you make of Giroud potentially joining LAFC? Seemingly has agreed to join, just not sign a contract. So I know that a few. So let me bring it up before I start chatting shit with it. Okay, so rares. So I'm assuming it come out here. It's when Harry picked one up. Yeah, there you go. Because as soon as it come through, I've got notifications for Tom Boga, or however you say his name, come through, and then this come up. So immediately, obviously, I went onto the site and I looked at the prices, and it was here. I could have picked one of these up. I was pretty much one of the first ones on there, and I decided not to. Now, I think he does very, very well in the MLS. Anywhere that Giroud's gone, we know he scores goals. He's France's all-time leading goal scorer at the moment, and I think Mbappe passes that, obviously. But if you pick him up now, and I think this is why his price is actually falling a little bit. Little spike here, plateau, little spike, and then I don't know why that went up to that amount. That's crazy. And then it's coming back down again. Because you can't play this guy until like August. He's going to go away with France to the Euros. And then when he comes back, it's August, probably mid-August. He maybe get his debut. Maybe starts in the 3rd week of August. And you've only got a few weeks left until MLS is done. I say weeks, probably like 2 months until MLS is done, and then you have to wait another 3 months again. So personally, I'm not going to go out there and jump on one. Now, how do I think that he will do out there? I think that he will do very, very well. Yeah, I do. So don't know if that answers your question, but that's my thoughts, sir. They are my thoughts. Come on, get your English right. Yeah. All right, boys. I think I might call it a day there. A nice hour and 45 stream. Can't see him playing MLS football before late August. Yeah, exactly. Blue Tomatoes, exactly that. But yeah, I know there's a few more people in there at the moment, but I said at the beginning of the stream and a little bit into this, with the boxes going around at the moment, I'm thinking of doing some videos around box opening. Now, I don't play every single division and stuff like that, so I'm not really going to be getting hundreds of boxes or 20, 30 boxes. But this weekend, if you guys open some of your boxes, put your phone on record mode or whatever when you record the screen, or if you're opening them on a PC or laptop or whatever, record your screen. If you want to, send them over to me. Just contact me on Discord, contact me on Twitter, whatever you want to do, at the Parrot Press, and chuck it over, and I'll be more than happy to compile a little video of opening, loads of different managers, opening different boxes. Somebody did mention earlier that you can kind of do it live on Discord potentially. I've not really looked into that, and I'm probably not going to be able to before this weekend or before rewards come out. But if you are interested, drop me a line, hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter, and yeah, we can do some reward box opening videos, not just for my account, but for many others as well. Well, guys, good evening. If you like the video, hit the like button. There's 20 odd people in there at the moment. Hit the like button on your way out. If you're new around here as well, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, if you like the video, I'll see you in the next one.